Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming across my video, thank you for stopping by and thank you for watching my video. I'm a growing creator and I would like to appreciate you for encouraging me to do more videos. I do a lot of content ranging from doing vlogs, lifestyle, career, family, general content as it comes to my mind. So I will really appreciate if you can give a thumbs up if this is what you like, and if you can please share with your colleagues or friends or whoever that will be interested in any of my content. Today's conversation is really about Nigerian nurses who finished their diploma NMCN not quite long ago, maybe 1 year or 2 years ago. They come up with a rule to spend at least 2 years before migrating abroad for Nigerian nurses. Is this really a wasted time or years, or is it an hidden opportunity? So we're going to dive into it and talk more about it. I know this topic is emotional because so many people are experiencing confusion, fear, or what can I describe it as? So many Nigerians see nursing as a pathway to move abroad, and so many people come into school with that dream of maybe after 3 years of your program, or maybe after you complete your BNSC, if you're looking to migrate to abroad. Over the years, we watched most of our colleagues after finishing schools, they move abroad to UK, New Zealand, Australia, United States, and so many other countries. And we see their success rate. After they finish their schools, they go for their internship program, they write the required exam, and they leave the country to find a greener pasture. So today, many changes have come into play. Is either one country is reintroducing a new requirement or they are strictly enforcing the existing ones. So things have really changed and rules are evolving, I would say. So NMCN introduced a new rule, which one of it is to stay at least 2 years before you move abroad. So many nurses or so many people see this somehow and they feel it's frustrating to say. Some other people see it as like a disappointment. One of the biggest reality facing Nigerian nurses is the expectation of having to complete the 2 years, at least 2 years clinical experience and having a good professional standing. You understand what I mean? So for many graduates, it seems somehow, and the question really is this development good or bad, or is it just an obstacle designed to frustrate Nigerian nurses? So we're going to look at these two sides, the both sides, to really talk more about it. Let's be honest, what is that dream that Nigerian nurses had? Many Nigerian nurses wants to travel abroad, not just for the purpose of traveling abroad. I want to see the beauty. I want to see it actually represented hope for a better life, for a better future, for stability, professional growth, the hope to be able to support your family, your friends, your extended family, and your people back home. Many people endure difficult academic years because they believe that after graduation, they will eventually travel and then reap the reward of their sacrifice. And then after graduation, the reality arrived. These rules become stricter, and suddenly they realize that they are required to have at least 2 years of clinical experience. You must have evidence of good standing. You need the references. You must provide most recent experience. A lot of things, and also you need proof of competency. For someone who just graduated, this can feel devastating, and you might begin to wonder, am I in a wrong profession, or will I ever leave this country, or are my dreams slipping away? Before we conclude into this hopeless state, let me just say this: these are valid emotion. And before we jump into conclusion that everything is hopeless, let's understand, or let's see why this requirement exists in the first place. So let's talk about number one, why are countries tightening up their rules? One thing we must understand here is that healthcare is different from every other profession. Nurses deal with human lives. A simple error in medication can have serious consequences. Poor assessment skills can delay treatment. Inadequate documentation can affect patient outcome. Healthcare system abroad want nurses who can practice safely and work independently. They want professionals who have handled emergencies, managed multiple patients, communicated effectively with MDT, the multidisciplinary team, and those that have developed clinical judgment. And my people, experience builds confidence. The first few months after graduation, newly graduated nurses are mostly filled with uncertainty. You double check your medications. In fact, sometimes when you make decisions, you question your decisions. You require reassurance from senior colleagues, which is normal. Don't get me wrong. Every newbie in this profession experiences all these things. So everything I said here is normal. And with time, repeated exposures strengthen your confidence. So from the perspective of these destination countries, asking graduate nurses or asking nurses for experience is not really punishment. I would say it is really about quality assurance. And patient safety is a top priority. Now, let's be realistic. What is the bad side of this requirement? Even when we understand the reason behind this policy, they still create challenges. Number one is delay. Nobody likes waiting, especially when you have planned yourself, you've planned your life around a particular timeline. Like, let's say some people are expected to leave the country after 1 year of graduation, and now they hear that they have to wait for 2 years. Others fear that even if they complete the 2 years requirement, what if the rules change, or even the requirements may even become more stricter? That uncertainty creates anxiety. And the second challenge I'm going to talk about here is financial pressure. Some nurses in Nigeria are earning salary that can barely afford them the basic life. They'll have to save for exams, they'll have to save for flight fee, accommodations, and you know what I mean by the financial requirement that comes with relocating abroad. And then I'll talk about the third challenge, which is like the working condition. Working in some certain hospitals in Nigeria are really not okay. Working condition in some certain centers or units or hospitals can be difficult. Talking about the heavy workload, staff shortages, the limited resources, even emotional exhaustion. You know what I mean by emotional exhaustion. You hear bullies from colleagues, your senior colleagues, your matron, other professions. So many nurses, fear working in this environment, and sometimes it could actually have effect on their mental health. So the fourth challenge I'm going to talk about is discouragement. I've heard a lot of people say, what's the point? Maybe I'll never leave. And some people, or even many people, have entirely abandoned the process because they have lost hope. Honestly, these concerns deserve empathy. But could this delay actually benefit you? So this is where I want us to look at it differently. What if this period is not wasted? What if it is just a preparation? So many nurses who are successful today had seasons where they have had to prepare, seasons of preparation, nobody celebrated. This could actually be your foundation as well. Instead of counting days in frustration, you can actually build a version of yourself that is highly competitive globally. So how do I use these 2 years wisely? Bear in mind that this can also be useful to nurses who, whatever, no matter the years of experience, wherever you are, this is also applicable to all of us. So I will talk about number one, become clinically excellent. You learn, you ask questions, you observe experienced nurses. You volunteer to perform procedures, even if it means being under supervision. Learn proper documentation, understand drug calculation, and improve your assessment skills. Learn prioritization and become the nurse who the people can trust. By so doing, you'll be able to handle cases, emergencies, confidently. Because one day, when you relocate, that confidence will follow you. Number two, protect your good standing. This cannot be overstated. Many licensing bodies verify disciplinary history. Avoid shortcuts, avoid unethical practice, protect your license, maintain professionalism at all times. Okay, respect patients, you follow protocols because your reputation matters. Number three, prepare financially. One biggest mistake people make is waiting until you become eligible before you start saving. Start saving now. If you have that dream of relocating abroad, it is better to start as soon as you realize you will be moving abroad, not until you become eligible. So you start saving. You can open a relocation saving account. You can, you reduce unnecessary expenses. You can set your target goals, your monthly target goals as little as you can, because small contributions accumulate over time. And so in the future, you will be grateful. Number four is start exam preparation early. Don't wait until the 2 years is complete before you start preparation. You make your research as early as possible. If it depends on the exam that best suits your situation. For UK, it could be OET, IELTS, or the OSCE, and for some, it could be NCLEX, depending on the destination country. Understand NCLEX, and you start reading gradually so that the process will become less stressful for you. So I'll also say this, so I will add it to my point. So let's say number five, invest in additional certification. You can take courses online within few hours or few days. For some, you can finish some courses. For example, the basic life support, the infection prevention. We have so many courses like that, leadership courses, and other stuff that you can do. Also, maybe number six, improve your communication skills. Learn how to communicate clearly and in professional language with clarity. Learn how to write good report writing so that you'll be able to communicate among the multidisciplinary team in wherever area you're working. And also, maybe number seven, build professional network. You know what I mean? You can attend seminars, you link with your friends who have traveled abroad, you ask questions, develop emotional intelligence, because technical knowledge alone is not enough. And also, when you're trying to link with your friends, you're trying to learn from their experiences. Avoid misinformation. The right information can save your time, your money, and unnecessary mistakes. Whatever number, I've lost the number. Don't put your life on hold. This one is very important. Don't put your life on hold. Enjoy every bit of the moment, because this is your present. Your future is still coming. So enjoy your present. Don't postpone your happiness. Spend time with your family. If it is that small business you have in mind, or you wish to start that business. If you want to get married, please get married. Don't postpone that happiness. Enjoy the life at the moment. Celebrate your milestones. Pursue your hobby. Build friendship. Invest in your health. Enjoy your present while you're preparing for your future, because life is happening now. Immigration is changing for everyone. Countries worldwide are reviewing their immigration policies. Governments are balancing workforce shortages with domestic priorities. So policies are changing, requirements evolve, and that is why flexibility is important. Avoid depending on only one country. Research multiple countries. Keep your option open, because adaptability is becoming one of the most valuable skills anyone can have. To the nurses who feels left behind, maybe some of your classmates have already relocated, and social media is making it look like everyone is moving except you. Don't compare journey. People have different timelines, different circumstances, different opportunities. Your story does not end because someone else's story moves faster. The delay you're experiencing today does not determine your final destination. Sometimes the strongest professionals are those who were forced to prepare longer. So what is your thought? Is this 2 years requirement good or bad? Leave in the comment section. And if this video encouraged you or gave you a new perspective, please like this video. you can also share to your colleague who may benefit from this. Please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, please keep caring, keep learning, keep growing, and never stop believing in your journey. Take care and God bless.